Please note that not every prophetic message that I share on this channel is meant for everybody, so it's important that you have a relationship with the Holy Spirit and take it back to Him and ask Him to give you the confirmation that you need before you run with the message. For some of you, I know that this is going to be a confirming message because the Lord has already been speaking to you about this. And if that's the case and you have any questions, please make sure to take all those questions back to Him because He will have the answers for you. Hi friends, it's Queen Alita. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a brand new week. So today I have a prophetic message to share with you. It's based on a dream that I had in February this year. It was February 17th, 2025. And I'm not going to share the dream today, but I will be sharing this dream sometime this week. There is an aspect of the dream that the Lord wanted me to focus on. He really highlighted that and just said, I need you to just speak this word today. No need to share the dream. So I'm going to jump straight into it. Now, what the Lord was showing me is that there is an opportunity that's going to come up for you. And it's going to come up during a period that could be a quiet season in whatever industry this is, whatever project this might be, whatever community this might be in. And the opportunity is going to be for you to do something that you did not think you were called to do. But it is something that you were once good at. You had the confidence. You were able to stand up and speak. Honestly, I think it has to do with speaking. I think the Lord is specifically zoning in on your ability to stand up and speak in a public setting, so like public speaking of some kind. And this is something that you were once good at. Like I said, you once thrived in this area. You knew how to stand up in front of an audience and speak your mind. And for a lot of you, it was when you were much younger. You could have been in high school, whenever, sometime during your school career, you may have been really good at standing up in front of people and giving speeches or sharing information, but that speaking came naturally to you. And life has happened along the way, and it's caused you to lose your confidence. I'm not sure specifically what may have happened, various things, God doesn't give me like specifics into people's lives. This isn't about you being exposed, but more about God giving you encouragement through this message that yes, you have gone through some things and they've really knocked your confidence in that area, in many areas for some of you, but He's speaking specifically about your voice, about you standing up and speaking and doing some kind of, for some of you, it's going to be preaching. You may not think that you're called to preach, but God is saying that He needs you to get up and answer this call because your voice needs to be heard. What you have to say needs to be heard. Your testimony needs to be heard. And so for some of you, it could be something completely different. It could be in a work environment. Whatever the setting, it's for the glory of God. God is going to use you. It doesn't always have to be super religious or be wrapped up in a nice Christianese package. Where God is sending you, you are going to have to be communicating with people, sharing His word in a way that it will reach the people that He's sending you to. So be open to how God is leading you, but He is calling you to use your voice the way that you once did, because it's there. You have that gift. It's in you. You may have started to focus on many other things over the years, thinking, oh, this is more my strength, and all that may be true. I'm not saying that the things you're focusing on are not your strength. They probably are. And God is working in that area as well to do things. But there's this one area where you have been wounded, where you have lost your confidence. And it's in using your voice to speak, to share information, to preach, to minister to people. And God is going to be calling you to get into that position shortly. What He was highlighting as I was listening to, or just spending time getting this message from Him, was that your confidence was knocked because of people saying things to you, saying things about you, saying things specifically about that gift. For some of you, it was not specifically about your gift of speaking, but it was other things that happened in your life that caused people to speak negatively, and you just lost completely lost confidence in yourself in every area of your life, and the Lord is rebuilding you. He's bringing you back to that confident person that you once were. And the words that people spoke of you, their voices, it's like you took it. It's like, how can I put it? Someone throws a ball at you and you catch it. You caught a ball that you didn't need to catch. You could have just let it drop and kept it moving. And of course, it does take maturity. It takes spiritual strength. It takes emotional strength, mental strength to be able not to catch a lot of these balls that have been thrown at us. So I'm not saying this in a way of like, oh, you shouldn't have caught the ball. I'm saying it in a way of, now you know that was a ball that you didn't need to catch, and you can actually drop it, because by catching that ball, you have taken on the words that people have spoken over you, and it's no longer their voice, it's now your voice speaking those things over yourself. So for example, if someone was to say, hey, maybe you should be the speaker for this event, just as an example, and you think, are you like serious right now? Because hello, that's not my thing. I don't do it because I'm not a great speaker. I'm not this, I'm not that. You've taken on those words and you've put them in your own voice, and now it's you bringing yourself down. And what the Lord wants to do is change that narrative in your mind and help you to begin to speak the truth over yourself, that you are capable, that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you, and that you can get your confidence back again, because the Lord needs you. He needs you out in the field doing his work, ministering to people with your voice. So the Lord wants you to focus right now on changing what you're saying to yourself about this particular gift, and really zoning in on, what does God's word say about me? How does God speak to me? And then start to let that be your voice. Take that on, take those words on, and let those be the words you speak to yourself. Let your own voice speak life over your own voice. I think of Moses, who was a prince in Egypt, right? And he obviously at some point left Egypt and was kind of like in hiding in a sense. He was hidden away until the Lord called on him to go and set the people free, to go and get those Israelites out of Egypt. And one of his arguments was, well, I can't speak eloquently, or, I'm not of great speech, however he put it. But I believe that Moses lost his confidence over the years. I believe that things happened to him along the way that took away that ability, or the belief that he had that ability. He was a prince of Egypt. I cannot imagine that a prince of Egypt or a prince of any country would be shy, wouldn't be eloquent of speech. I believe that princes are trained up to be able to govern, to speak to people, to stand up in front of crowds and address crowds. And I believe Moses had that training, but along the way, there was, things happened, life happened, and he lost his confidence. And the Lord had to bring that back up in him to say, hey, I really have called you to lead people. I know that you once thought that you would lead people in this way as a prince of Egypt, but I've actually, that hasn't gone away, but I'm calling you to lead people in a different way. It may not be in that same context, but you are still going to lead people. You're still going to do great things, and your voice is needed. And obviously, what I'm saying is not in the Bible in terms of what may have happened to Moses and him being a prince, but I'm just saying I would imagine that a prince would have addressed crowds, would have been able to speak eloquently in front of people. And so I would imagine that was his journey, just losing his confidence, and God calling him back into the gift that he had given him. Like, hey, I've given you this gift of being able to lead people and speak in front of a lot of people. So that's really the message today. The Lord wants you to take some time to begin to learn what his word is saying about you. So find the scriptures, do the research, spend time in your word, and begin to take on those words and speak those words over yourself. And pray a prayer to diminish those thoughts, to in fact get rid of the negative thoughts. To get rid of all the negative thoughts, diminish all the negative thoughts, and that the truth would prevail over darkness, because God's word does say that when the light comes in, the darkness has to flee. So the truth is God's light over the lies of darkness, right, that have been speaking over you with your own voice, and the enemy as well. So the Lord is encouraging you to get in your word, begin to speak the truth over yourself, and then take up that calling, take up your place. There's an opportunity that is going to come up for you to be able to stand and speak as God has called you. So that is the message for today. I pray that it's blessed you if it's for you. And of course, I will see you in the next video. Always remember that God is a good Father. He loves you so much because you, my friends, are so deeply special to Him.
Looking around, you may wonder why now. You say, Lord, would you let me drown? You know it's to you that I bow. Tears fill your eyes as you look to the skies. Your heart-wrenching cries move the heart of the King of all time. Count it all joy when you fall into various trials. For faith builds your patience if you just hold on for a while. Greater is He who is in you, for He is the truth. Your clay in His hands, and His promise will make you brand new. Ooh. Looking around, don't wonder why now. God would not let you drown. He knows it's to Him that you bow. As tears fill your eyes, you look to the skies. Your heart strong war cries move the heart of the King of all time. Count it all joy when you fall into various trials. For faith builds your patience if you just hold on.